Hello everyone, welcome back to Helpful Code eLearning. My name is Prashant Jha, and today we are going to discuss about that how we are able to create the app. Okay, app in the sense application, guys. I'm talking about the application. Okay, not a mobile application but a web application. So generally, what happened exactly that whenever we work on the project, so project is what it is a collection of modules, like the two module which is very much common in every time. I'll just give you the example, which is your like admin module, which is for the backend purpose, administrative purpose, and your user module that is going to be used by your end user. Okay, so these two module also, like if you choose any project, any dynamic project especially, so this is the two module which we always have, right? So let's talk about that, how we create the model. That means how we are going to create the app. So again, I'm going to open the Django project.com documentation part, because this is just for the reference point of view. Okay, in documentation, you have to go in the part one, request and response. Let's come here. Okay. So in last session, in the first session, we have seen that how we create the project without creating environment. In the second step, we have in the second lecture, we have covered that what is the MVT architecture. Right now, we are going to see that how to create the app. So like here you can see this, guys, this is like creating the polls app. Okay, creating the polls app. So instead of that, you can see this is the command python manage.py start app and your app name. That means your module name, right? So you can take whatever a module or whatever app name you have decided. But if possible, right now I'm taking the polls. So if possible, you should also take the polls app, because what will be happen exactly that we all of us will be on the same page. And when we all of us on the same page, then it is very easy to relate the example. It is very easy to understand the code, because what happened exactly that in future when I'm gonna expand this project, I'm gonna extend this project, so that time maybe if you have decided your app name or something else, so it could get confuse you. Okay, so don't get confused anything else about that, and just create the same app name. Okay, so let's go in the project. Here I'll just type the command python manage. See, again, I'm using a manage.py command, and manage.py is a command line utility file. As you know that, guys, after creation of project, I shows you all the files. Okay, and what happened exactly? Uh, in the continuation of this tutorial, I'll cover all the files, so don't worry about it. But if possible, so kindly go through with that files in your side also. Take some reference, learn about it, read about it. Okay, so that will also give you that pre idea about that, right? So my site is my project right now, and in this particular base directory, we are right now in the my project. If you check here, so this is my project, and right now we are in the my project folder, and we have to go inside of this base directory, my site, because inside of this base directory, if you check, so here we have a manage.py file. Okay, so that's why I'll change the directory, folder, cd my site. Okay, now we are able to access the manage.py file. So python manage.py start app. Understand, this is a command, and I've also given you the this particular reference. So you can, if suppose anytime you forget this command or any commands, you can take the reference from here. So manage.py start app and the app name. So I'm gonna take the app name is polls. Just enter it. Just wait. Okay, now you can see here that inside of my site, inside of my base directory, you can see this, guys. Inside of my base directory, I have my project folder, and in also I have my polls app. And apart from this app, if you create any other app also, guys, that will also you can find out here inside of this particular base directory. Okay, and db.sqlite, I have a default database that we are going to use this default database in future, definitely. Okay, so right now we have a python manage.py file. This command, we use this startup command, and we have created this app. But what happened exactly, only creating an app is not sufficient. Understand? Okay, only creating an app is not sufficient. Why? I'll give you the example. Just wait. Only creating the app is not sufficient, because as you know that, just a minute. Yeah, now I think it is perfect to relate. Okay, so why I'm saying that okay, only creating the app is not sufficient. We need to set this app, we need to integrate this app, we have to set the path of this app. So right now we have to go inside of our project folder. You can see my site is my project folder, and inside of project folder we have a setting.py file, and setting.py file is a core file which is responsible to do the setup and entire, that means this file is responsible to manage the setting of your entire project. Okay, entire project. Right now you can see that debug equal to true. Here it is mentioned. What it indicates that while it is in the production period, if you're developing your project, so that time if you're getting any kind of error, so it should show you that error. So what happened exactly at the time of deployment, we make it as a false. Okay, we change this this true, instead of true we make the false. Okay, that means we put the false. And what will happen exactly at the time of that, after the hosting, it will not show. If we get any kind of error, still it will not show. Okay, but right now at the development time, we want to know that if there is any kind of error, any runtime error, syntax error, or anything else. So that's why we have keep it as a we have keep it this debug equal to status true. Okay, then allowed host, which is used for the hosting purpose. Right now you can see this is the installed app section, and this is basically a list. If you know the Python, obviously you know the Python, that's why we're working with the Django frameworks. So here it is very much clear that you can see that, guys, what we are using exactly. I'm just gonna take the reference. Okay, what we are doing exactly that, we are looking and we are checking this installed app section. So here by default we are having a lot of apps, admin, auth, content type, session, messages, and static files. So this is provided by the Django, from Django end. And right now we have created our own app, which is a polls. So we have to include this app name here. Kindly note down. Okay, whenever you create the new app, you must have to include your app name here in installed app section. And kindly check this spelling also, because it is case sensitive, and it is a case sensitive. So you can understand that if you make it a uppercase, lowercase, if you mismatch the this cases, so definitely you will get the error, or maybe it will not reflect you in your actual project. So it could happen anything else, like maybe you are not able to see your projected output, or maybe you will get a runtime error. Anything could happen, right? So here the polls app we have included. Make sure that your VS Code or PyCharm, whatever you are using, okay, whatever ID you are using, if your autosave is on or not. If your autosave mode is not on in the VS Code, kindly on it. Okay, otherwise whenever you make any changes, whenever you write any new instruction, any new line of code, kindly use the control s, control s, control s. That means you must save your files. Otherwise when you run your server, at the time of that run server, you could not able to see the reflection of your changes. Okay, so understand what I'm saying exactly. You have a two ways, either on your autosave mode on your VS Code. I don't know about the PyCharm, but in VS Code there is a autosave mode on option are there, so you can on that autosave. Otherwise you have to save each and every file whenever you make any kind of changes, any kind of updation, anything else. If you write a new thing, so you should save manually by just pressing Ctrl S, or whatever your choice. Otherwise if you don't save your files, so it will not reflect on your browser when you run your server. Okay, so understand this fact. This is very important. Right, now we have included this app name. It's fine. uh Good. Instead of that, right now if you check the polls app, so inside of this polls app, if you check this polls app, so I'll show you. There is no URL file, right? But in my site you have a URL. So what we are going to do exactly, in this particular URL you have here. Okay, so here you have to include your URL. You have to include your app URL also here, but right now I'm not going to do this. As per the MVT architecture, I have to create the template section also here. So inside of my base directory, understand where I have clicked. Okay, inside of my base directory, I'm just going to create a new folder, and I will name it as a templates. Okay, this is my folder, templates. Inside of this templates, I will create a one HTML file, index.html. Okay, inside of this template section, understand very carefully, understand. Okay, inside of my template folder section, I have created a one file index.html. Okay, so it is inside of my template section. That's really cool. And again, this template folder you have created inside of your base directory without any command. So you have to also set the path of this template folder inside a setting.py file. Okay, inside a setting.py file, if you check, so there is a template section. If you check from top down to bottom up approach, so you will see there is a template section. So inside of this section, we have to include the path. We have to include the path of this template folder. So first of all, what we have to do, let's go to the import section. This is the import section. Here I'm going to import the OS, because using this OS module, I will set the path of my template folder. Okay, so let's go and use this os dot path dot join, and inside of join, I will use my, as you know that where I have created this template folder, guys. I have created this template folder inside of my site base directory. So I'll just type a base directory, and you will see here I got the base directory option, comma, inside a string, we have to provide this folder name, and make sure this is in the small letter. All the characters in this folder name is in the small case. So kindly take it as a small case, templates. Okay, fine. I have autosave, guys. I have already done the autosave, so my file is autosave. But if you have not on your autosave mode on VS Code, so kindly save your each and every changes. Okay, just press the Control S. I mentioned it. Okay, so polls, templates, my site, you can see here everything is that. And right now we have set the path of template folder, and inside of this template folder, we can say that we have successfully set up all the things. We have done the setup of all the things. Only what we have to do, when I run this project, when in the next lecture, I'll show you that how we can show the hello world, this text, this particular small program. You can say that if you're going to do the program for hello world, so how we are able to show the hello world program here, I'll show you. So don't worry about that. Okay, so just wait. Inside of this project, I have a URLs file. So here, comma, include, I'm gonna import a include function. This is my default path for admin, and I'll show you admin later on. Right now, there is no requirement for admin. So path, I'm including a new function inside my URL pattern list. Okay, so I will keep it the first argument as a empty, and in second place, I'm going to use this include a function. Okay, and inside of include a function, inside a string, I will keep my app name in a string. Okay, so polls.urls. Okay, I'll tell you the importance of this. Kindly done this part. I'll tell you why we have done this part. Okay, I'll tell you when in the next lecture. I will show you that how we can able to display the hello world. So in that next lecture, I'll show you that why we have write down this particular path, and what is the purpose to write this. Okay, so I hope guys you have understood very well about this, and you have done all the steps successfully. Only one, two things you have to keep it in your mind, which is what that you have to save the files carefully, each and every file, either on your autosave mode in your VS Code. In PyCharm, I don't know about it, but definitely over there also you will have an option. And what you can do exactly, that you can save the each and every file manually by just pressing the Control S. Make it short, because if you don't save your file, then you are not able to see the changes on your output on your browser. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. I hope you have understood very well. So we'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.